friends, this is the Paper Chef here. We're going to continue creating coffee cards using Latte Love, an online exclusive item. Get it while supplies last. It's at my online store. Here's the address. The dies are available. The stamp set's available. The designer series paper is available. Okay, now the Latte Love dies are pretty cool. We're going to use these ones today. We're going to use the little spoon, the cup, the little beans. But there's more. But wait, there's more. Okay, look at this. Okay, there's so many more dies. They're so cool. So get these while you can. And then on the store, it says that this isn't available. This is the trim, but we're going to be using some. And those got it. Those you have it in your workshop kit. We're going to use a little bit of, well, we're not using this right now, but this is in your workshop kit. This is available. Okay, let's see. These little gems, they say they're coming back in stock this week. The little, I already forgot the name. Here, adhesive back swirl dots. I put these in your workshop kit. All the kits have been mailed out. And I just want to give you a sneak peek. Okay, this is what was in your kit this month. My mom doesn't make bags every month because it's actually really expensive to make bags and really time consuming because she buys, fabric and, well, I buy it too. And every time we walk into Joann's, it's like we can't leave without spending $60 on just, some fabric. So anyway, this is what came in your kit this month. All the kits have been mailed out. We're having bingo this Friday. She made some special door prizes just for you attending the Latte Love bingo on Zoom. There are no more spots for that. So be sure to always subscribe to my newsletter and you'll be able to get notified of my events. My newsletter subscription is right here. And I do a couple newsletters a month. I don't spam you, but then I do lots of offerings as well. Here are little bags that I started. I didn't put these in your kit, but these are bigger than this one. And I started to use a couple of these as mystery surprises. And then we stopped because we're going to use them for bingo. All right, so I have, speaking of bingo, I'll show you the bingo cards at the end of this video. And what else? That's about it. That's about all. All right, so you'll also see I know what else you'll see. You're going to see the cards I made. Okay, meaning all the cards I made from parts 1 and 2. This is like part 3. Now, I only have a little bit of latte paper left. So let's see. I might have to go grab the little package I have left because I don't even think I can even do this with what's sitting here. A few of you, or not a few of you, just the last 3 people, you got some really cool, what would they be called? You got some latte paper. Substitutions. Let's call it substitutions. You got some really cool substitutions. All right, now we're going to use this paper here. This piece from the Earth and Elegance. So that's part of your kit. So take out this piece here. That's right here for this little background. It's the pretty peacock. I just thought it made a really nice background. There wasn't anything equivalent in this paper here. So let me see what I have. We'll be right back. I just have a partial pack here. So this is five of my sheets. So this is the paper that you can get. I will be ordering some more of this myself. We're going to use this piece here with the beans. Well, we're going to use the plaid side. We're going to use, I forget what I used. Hold on. Let's find the card. Here we go. Oh, we used a piece of Earth and Elegance. Oh, this really cool, like swirly paper. And this one's really nice too. This piece. We're going to use this piece here. I'm just showing you the rest of it. And I don't have any more of this one with these other cups because I put them in my bucket of crafty goodness. I've already cut out loads of these cups. So those are the 5 sheets. And here's the other side of that. Look at this paper. How awesome is this paper? All right, so let's get that. And let's get this. And my trimmer. To put this somewhere where it doesn't get crushed. And this piece here, let me make a little room. It's funny that I even need to make room after I just spent an hour and a half cleaning off my table and it's completely full again in like 5 seconds. Because I had so many projects going on at once. I mailed my some of my new catalogs, you know. I mailed, some people have started the cardstock share. They started doing that. I mailed all my Latte Love bingo kits, all this month's card club kits. I mailed all of the Latte Love workshop kits. It's been a crazy week, but the next workshop's going to go for 2 months, so I'm not going to do as many kits this summer. I think we're going to make one that's May, June, maybe July, August, something like that. It just is too much. I have too many projects, and so I'm going to have to cut back on some of those mailings. I know my kits are epic and they're really fun. I guess I should be telling you the measurements. The measurements for this are 5 1/4 by 4. I'll write them down in just a bit. But I want to just keep going here. And then we're going to do this one. Okay, let's see, 4 1/4. So if this is 5, right, this one's 4 by 5 1/4 because we're making an A2 card. And then this one's going to be, we're going to put it this way. We're going to put it this way, 3, right, 3 inches. I always have to double check. Okay, this one I did not make today, so I just have to double check, like, what did I make? So this one's 3 inches by 4 1/4. So again, I'm using a little latte for this. And then this one is Earth and Elegance. Ooh, it's so nice. Okay, and then let's put this over here. I'm gonna let me put these over here so they don't get crushed. And then this one's just gonna be a little smidgen smaller. We'll do our little plaid pattern. I'm gonna turn it this way and do 2 3/4. So we're just putting in a little 1/4 inch margin around that other paper. So 2 3/4 by, let's see, 4. All right, that should do it. Okay, let's make some room. I'm going to put my dies away. Now, you know, sometimes you wonder, should I get the dies? Should I get, you know, with the stamp? This is one of those times where, yes, you want to get the dies because the dies cut out the designer series paper as well. They don't just cut out. There's the card. They don't just cut out like your regular, like, stamped images. They cut out some of the designer series paper. I mean, not only that, there's dies that don't cut out any stamped images. They're really cool for like your French press and things like that. You're gonna get to see them, and they're just really nice. I'm gonna put this side down the bottom because I think I see. So you see how we see more of the bottom? I like that little lemon lolly. Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. I used to watch Schoolhouse Rock, so every time I hear lolly, I think of it. I don't know why. All right. I guess I'm aging myself. I'm going to put the swirls like that. There's just not quality TV like there used to be. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I think that's slightly crooked. Now, Seal Plus is really strong, so if you don't get it up quickly, it just rips your whole paper. I'm telling you, it's so strong. I use the Seal Plus because I don't ever have to worry about my stuff falling apart. So I'm just a little crooked, so I'm just putting it like that. All right, so that's good. Now we're going to take the card. Oh, yeah, I knew you want your measurements. So I found some new grid paper as I was cleaning today, and I'm going to use this paper because it's easier to read than a lot of my pretty little paper pumpkin papers. So we're going to use that and just get a little pencil here or a pen. And we are going to say Latte Love. Okay, so we're going to do this card base. It's going to be 8.5. Right, we're going to score it at 4.5. This is what I'm talking about first. I'm showing you what the card is like. Score at 4 1/4. Because I know I always have beginning card makers on my videos, and I know a lot of you are not, but we're always starting at the beginning. The beginning is a good place to start. By 5.5 high. This is not to scale, obviously. And this is Lost Lagoon. So you have Lost Lagoon in your kit. You're going to get that base out. Now we're going to do layer 1. And then that is going to be like shaped like that. And it's going to be 5 1/4 by 4. And then layer 2 is, and I'll write the names of the paper over here. So it's going to be like kind of smaller like so. And it's going to be, layer 2 is 4 1/4. So it's a whole inch smaller on that side, times 3. And then the next layer, layer 3, is going to be 1/4 inch smaller than that. 4 inches by 2 3/4. All right, so let's write the names of the paper. The paper is called a little latte. It is while supplies last. There's also what's called a last chance sale. Things are retiring. Things are on clearance. A lot of embellishments, and one of my recommendations when you shop at my store is when you get the items, like go here and then go shop up on the top left, and then sort by low to high price, and you're going to find really cool embellishments for really good prices. So that's what I do. So there's a last chance sale going on too. So not just the online exclusives. There's so many reasons to shop. Every time I go there, there's something else I discover. Earth and Elegance. And then a little latte again. So if you're like, oh, I don't have all the products you're showing, well, then get my kits. I mean, there's no excuse not to get my kit. The value of the kit is more than the cost of the kit. And I'm not just saying that. Like, anybody here will tell you the value of my kits are more than I have a Grow Your Crafty business group. It's one of the things I do. And when we were doing my spreadsheet with my cardstock share, I realized like I was actually losing money on my cardstock share. It's still going on because I'm using this year's prices. But if I were to use next year's prices, I'm gonna have to raise my cardstock share by like $7. So you definitely want to get this cardstock share while you can. And any of my kits are just, like I said, they're just priceless. Not just because my mom sews, but because you get so many variety of products in the kits. All right, so you fold anyway, I just used a little spatula. I like using I'm the Papered Chef, but this is the Pampered Chef spatula. I just like using it. I mean, you can use your bone folder. We sell these, and these are cool. I mean, definitely get one. Use a bone folder, but I just like using the spatula. Oops, my card is crooked. That wasn't because of my spatula. That was because of operator error. So sometimes when it's crooked, you want to get in there and burnish it one more time so that it's even Steven. All right, let's see. It's just me not paying attention. That's all. Anyway, the kits are a labor of love. You get die-cut pieces. You get all kinds of little ribbon. My mom helps wrap ribbon. I mean, the time it takes to put together your kits is unbelievable. That's why I can't do as many this summer. I'm only going to do them like maybe every couple months. I'm still doing your card club. And the card club, I'm not raising the price just yet. But I need to raise the price. I definitely need to, or I'll go out of business. I mean, I have a business. And the prices of all the things in your club are going up. So I have to make my card club go up. But for now, if you subscribe, you'll lock in your subscription on PayPal for at least this year, if you're a subscriber already. But the new people, they're going to have to pay a little bit more because I just can't go on like this. All right. So anyway, not complaining to you. I'm just letting you know it's the reality of doing business. So we're going to put that. I mean, we just have to do it. We just have to adapt or go extinct. And I do not want to be one of the people that just says, I'm done doing this. I'm burnt out. I'm done. I'm not making any money. I want to be able to keep my prices like reasonable. All right. So you see that? I'm just attaching that. All right. So now we're ready for all the fun stuff. We're going to write down, let's see. I have so many ink colors, not in colors, ink, I-N-K. Ink colors, blends, die cutting, stamping. So with that said, I'll go ahead and pull this off and we'll do the stamping on the other side. And then we'll turn that over. All right. I'll turn it over and let you see the colors and stuff later. So let's get some stamping going. So first off, you want to get some basic white cardstock. If your stamps are not coming out nicely, and you're like, my stamped images don't come out as crisp as yours. Well, you know what? You need the right kind of ink and the right kind of paper and all that good stuff. So just use the products I'm using and you'll get good results. I mean, just if you're using paper that doesn't have good ink absorption, you're not going to get as good of results. I mean, that's just a fact. All right, so now they do, I mean, there are other, I'm just putting some of my stuff back from my crafting. These are all dry now. There are other kinds of products, but I just know that ours work for me, and they work really well. And I've tried many other things. So what I'm doing is I'm just inking up. Ooh, that came out nice. I'm just making a little cup for this card. So turn your stamp over, put some Memento Black on there, stamp yourself a little cup. Oops, I hope it didn't smear. Smeared a little bit. I mean, it's okay. I'll do it one more time just in case. That one's okay. That'll be my safety cup. I'll do one more too. Hold it for a few seconds, lift it up. Oh yeah, see, it smeared a little bit as I lifted it up. I say a safety cup, meaning that way, once I get all my stamped images done, I don't have to keep die cutting. All right, so we'll stamp a couple cups. All right, now we're good. Now we're gonna get, I have to look at the card because there's a lot going on here. We need a spoon. So we're gonna get out the spoon and we'll put the spoon, just go like this, put it upside down like that. Oops, this is still wet. I had it, I'm just wiping all these stamping blocks onto my shirt. The stamp's not wet, the stamping block was wet. And we're gonna just tap, 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 stamp a spoon, tap, 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 stamp a spoon, and we'll stamp a spoon over here. I probably should have got different card. This is actually my card bases. These were already cut and measured for my card club, so I was just using them. I should have just got out a new piece of cardstock. All right, now we need, I'm just getting my little blocks now. We're going to make some little beans. We're going to get out the little coffee beans. Whoops. I'm stuck on you. Okay, go like this. Get the coffee beans. I'm the one-hand stamper here. I need to get my, you know, my, okay. You're going to need a lot of beans. I mean, not just for now. I need a lot of beans. Oops, we're not going to cut that one. X, it's not complete. I wobbled it. Okay, so we need a few coffee beans. Then we need a few single beans. This is the single bean. Just use the other side of this little tiny stamping block. By the way, these retired. I can't believe it. I can't believe stamping block A retired. It is what it is. But my team gets a chance to, when we have any kind of like special, like sometimes there's like a celebration or like I want to say recruitment special, but we call it something else. Team building special. Then I always like offer a set of stamping blocks as a prize. Everybody who gets a certain thing gets in my drawing. So I have a lot of good prizes for my team too, not just for my customers. All right, let's look at my card again and make sure I have everything. This is a punch. We got beans, 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 and spoons and all this stuff going on. And gems and ribbons. I mean, this card is it was so much fun to make. We're going to go from this to that just by doing a bunch of fun stuff to the card. So you need a little bit of washi tape to hold your dies on place. And I'm going to do some die cutting with these. Let me get rid of all these stamps now. Okay, all of this is done. Let's make, you know what? I probably should make a couple more beans because we need 3 sets of beans. Oh, no, I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I made 5. That's good. I just want to make sure I have enough because sometimes the dies slip. Slide in away. Anyway, this is the die cutting machine. Stampin' and Cut and Boss machine. All right, so I know you're probably like, I want it all. I love all the stuff you're using. So then, join Stampin' Up because then you get, join my team. You get discounts. You start out, there goes one of the bags. It just fell over the two. Start out with a 20% discount, and then you end up with a 25% discount after a while. Okay, this is base plate number 1 whenever you're die cutting. And then when you're die cutting thin dies, you need a plate number 2. This is called a die cutting sandwich. Then you need 1 plate number 3. And I'll show you what I put on plate number 3. And then you need a plate number 4 to put on top. Let's find a plate number 4. Shall we? For this, I need to take off my glasses because it's clear. It's kind of hidden. There we go. So we need a plate, another plate number 3 for the top. But first you put, see, and it don't really, okay, how many times can I flip it and it's backwards? There you go, number 3. So what I'm saying is like this. You put this little guy here on the thing, and you get your little cup, and you put your little cup on there, like so. And you need some, oh, here, let's bring this closer. Let's just bring the machine closer. Okay, I have to bring my little, there we go. My little tray, my little glass mat studio back. So the reason you want to tape it is because otherwise it'll slip when you're trying to die cut it. And you just line it all up. The inside is cut out too of the handle, which is really nice. And I recommend, like those of you that are coming to bingo, just make yourself loads of beans, loads of cups, and loads of spoons. I mean, if you try to make them during bingo, you won't get them all made because it took me longer to make all the beans than it took to do the card. I mean, to do all the cards are going to be easy to assemble if we get our pieces cut out ahead of time. That's what I'm saying. You'll see there's not as many embellishments on the cards for bingo and not as many layers usually, but you still have a lot of stuff going on. And with our little spoon, and always put the metal side of the die down. Okay, I have to put this like over here like this because my machine's on an angle. So your tape, you don't want to use Scotch tape because it'll rip your paper. So you use washi tape or painter's tape or something. Low-tech tape, sticky note tape. And there is a sticky section in my Amazon store where I recommend different kinds of sticky things. Okay, I'm going to use a couple of the beans. There's so many. What's cool about this is they give you 2 little bunches of beans with the 4 beans, and then they give you like 3 of the single beans. So I lose my dies all the time. When I was cleaning today, actually they give you 3 bunches. Oh no, 2 bunches of these. When I was cleaning today, I found dies from like years ago. I was trying to put them in one of my sales, and I couldn't complete some sets, but I found them in the bottom. You know, they dumped out, and they were like loosey-goosey floating around. So I found a couple sets of dies today, completed a couple sets of dies. So I'm no longer doing BOGO sales, but I will do mystery boxes again after a while. I don't know when, but I'll do them like in the summer probably. Okay, let's see. I have to do what works. BOGO sales were just too, if you don't know what a BOGO is, it's a buy one, get one. They were just too time consuming to manage for the amount of very little, for the sales that it generates. I was like, I got PTSD from doing a BOGO sale. All right, that's how you do it. That's everything we're going to need. 3, well, we need more beans than that, but I'm saying that's as much. We're going to need that times 2. We'll do this again. So just fix the little cup. And that's it. Now put your lid on and then crank it through your machine. There's a handle on the machine. And then you're going to crank it through. Okay, I got to move my little coffee bag because it's right under the handle. And then you just pop these out and you just make another, you make another set. Isn't that fun? So you have all this cool, you have a coffee cup. Now, you might be saying, but I've seen people color before they cut. Well, that's them and this is me. I do not do that. I hardly ever do that. Not saying never, never say never. And okay, it's not wrong because we can't call other crafters wrong, but it's just not smart for me to do it. The reason why is because sometimes, like all this stuff we just did, and there still could have slippage, right? So you do all this work, and what if I would have colored this little spoon and all this stuff, and then I put it through and the dye slips? I'm like, oh man, I just got done spending all this time coloring the image. So to me, I just think it's, and plus, I mean, not only that, I also don't color before I use it with my scan and cut either. Because think about it, like if you have just a bucket of these little spoons, then you can color them accordingly, depending on what kind of project you're working on. So if you just don't color them now, you can just make a bunch and then you can just find out what colors we're using like during bingo. Or maybe you don't have the same colors as me and you want to use a different set of paper. Maybe you want to do an in-color coffee set. I thought of that, but then they didn't really have good colors. Maybe last year's in colors would be better for coffee, like copper clay. But our new in colors, they're a little bit too cheery for coffee. But you know, I'm going to use them for a lot of things, but not for coffee. But say you wanted to use a different color scheme, then it's better not to just cut out your bucket of crafty goodness. All right, so that's that, and we're going to do that, and then we need the other little paper. This little paper. Oh, look, Linda found a friend from Florida. Awesome. I am reading the comments a little bit. I just can't reply to every comment right now. So I say hi to you. I'm not one of those people that can I can walk and chew gum. It's not that. It's just that I'm not going to be able to walk. I'm not going to be able to write everybody's or look at everybody's writing comments while I'm crafting, but I know you guys are having a fun community time. And my team is always here watching, so I don't have to worry about the questions being answered. I used to, but not anymore. After I built a team of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, there's 81 of us on the Papered Chefs. And any given time, there's usually about 10 watching. And I appreciate you guys watching, because then they're also demonstrators. They know answers to questions. They help me out. One of them takes our measurements. It's just fun. It's just great to have a team. So there should be one more little bushel. Oh, I already put the bushel over there of the little beans. I say bushel of beans. The 3 beans are in a group. All right, there you go. So that's everything. I'm going to just turn this and do it. I'm going to put them through at the same time. Make sure it's all in there. Find the lid. Crank it through. Yes, so for bingo, there was a card kit. Thank you, Kathy. See, Kathy's also playing bingo, so she knows. If you're playing bingo and Zoom, then there's cards. You're going to make 3 cards. And you were sent the cards, the envelopes, the designer series paper, an extra card. You were sent an extra card, like a little note card. And so you're going to be able to make, I think that's everything we need. You're going to be able to make everything you need for the bingo. So you also got a little piece of gold. I'm just putting all these up there so I don't lose them. Okay. All right, there's our little things we're going to color. All right, I don't have to have you wait for that. I just want to make sure I have all the pieces. Just get an extra spoon and an extra bean. All right, rock and roll. So I decided to use, because pecan pie was one of the colors in here, I decided to use pecan pie and some bronze. It really came out nice. So I have my bucket of stuff here. Let's get out the ones I'm not using. I'm not using the Calypso Coral right now. Okay, I used these guys. And I'm using lemon lolly. So we'll do the spoon first. It's an instant win. We're just making a lemon lolly spoon. We're taking dark lemon lolly. Oops. Right? And we're just going to do this part of the spoon, just the small tip. Each of the blends has a small tip and the brush tip side. I just went around the spoon like so with the dark side. And then I took the small side again and I did the rest of the spoon. And of course we need Wink of Stella on everything. Wink of Stella is our glitter brush. All right, that's the only time I use this lemon lolly. Now there is lemon lolly here, but it's going to be using a blending brush. So that's what this is, a blending brush for the lemon lolly. All right, so we don't need that anymore. Let's see what else. We don't need this one's for some other project. Put that over there. And we need, here, we need these Lost Lagoon. Let me see what this one is. Light crumb cake. Crumb cake? Yeah, I need crumb cake. I'll show you what I'm using that for. All right, so that's Lost Lagoon. And we're going to do the beans last. Let's do the cup. So what I did is I took a little crumb cake, and this I did stamp it again. I forgot to tell you about this. I and I don't I'm not even I'm kind of like scratching my head as to why they made a stamp like this, but I'm just going to scratch my head and keep on scratching. So I went like this. I mean, I'm going to scratch my head that it doesn't really fit, but that's okay. I had a workaround, and I think my workaround's good. So what I did is I stamped crumb cake into the middle of the cup, and then I just made it like, I had to use some more crumb cake because you'll see what I mean. I put more crumb cake than that was there. So I made the cup like the rim. You'll see. I took the Lost Lagoon. Maybe they made it because it fits more than one cup. I haven't tried every cup yet, so that could be it. Maybe it fits on something else. I don't know. So I only wanted to do the Lost Lagoon dark in the back here and the front. And then what I did is I wanted there to be more coffee in the cup. So I went like that around the rim. Only because I had this gap, and I was like, scratching my head here. So I went like that with the dark Lost Lagoon. And then in keeping with the darkness around the outsides, I just went like that where the shading was and just kind of went over those lines. Went along the bottom like so, again, where the shading is. I mean, it's like there's really no wrong way, but I mean, you just do it. Just color. Don't be afraid to color with your blends. Blends are alcohol markers. They don't run when you use Memento Black. And then I went over all these lines like so. And I'm using the thin side of the Lost Lagoon. And then I took this one and I can take the brush side now and you can get it all to blend together. So circular motions I use to blend the dark and the light. So now I'm using the light. And I'm going over the dark is what I'm doing. And you can also do it like this, like pull the dark in. But I just figured it was easier to do this. Circle, circle, circle. Okay, and then do it one more time on the edges so that it really blends nicely. And it'll look nicer the longer you leave it. Like it blends nicely. Okay, then you just go around here to the edge. Okay, then I took the crumb cake marker. That's why this is here. It was in my bucket. Light crumb cake. And I just thought, well, there's a gap here. So I went like that. And I actually went over the whole thing. I went like over the entire stamp. Well, at first I was just putting like a little swirl in it. But then later, I think with the brush side would be better. So you just go over the whole thing. So you can use regular ink, like water-based ink, dye-based ink, and then alcohol inks together. That's fine. It's cool. Yay for the coffee cup. We didn't need to use our safety cup. This is our extra cup. We didn't need to use it. Now we're going to use this. We're going to use these two. We're going to take our dark pecan pie. Let me get rid of this for a moment. And we're going to take our bronze. Okay? So these two go together. This is light and you buy these in sets. By the way, so many prices are going up. So you really, I mean, I don't want to scare you because I'm not that kind of person. I'm really, but I need to be realistic, right? I'm stocking up on things myself. I'm not just telling you guys that. But like blends are going up. I mean, things are going up. And if you don't already have a collection of all the colors you love, then like now's the time. The exact same product is like, I'm pretty sure the blends, if I messed up and I'm saying something wrong, I know the paper's going up, the envelopes, like basic weight cardstock envelopes, and I thought the blends too. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm taking the dark pecan pie, and you'll see, I'm just going to color half of every bean with the dark pecan pie, and then I'm going to color the other half of every bean with the bronze. And it came out really nicely. They looked like coffee beans to me. They came out like a nice double shade. Details matter in crafting, and you might say, well, why don't I just use light pecan pie? Well, of course, if that's all you have, use light pecan pie and dark pecan pie. Or maybe you only have copper clay. I mean, use a coffee-looking color. But when you see bronze, you're going to see bronze looks exactly like coffee. And you could use early espresso, but I thought, this is early espresso. And of course, that should be the color of coffee, but I thought it was too dark. The marker was too dark. in my opinion. So when I say prices going up, I'm talking about May 1st. Okay, that's when prices are going up on things. So this month is not just last chance sale. It's your chance of getting things, first of all, before we run out of them. Secondly, before the prices go up. And thirdly, to support yours truly. Just this is a good time to shop. Because the more people that shop, then I don't have to raise my prices. Because as long as host codes are available, which, they're not going to be at some point during this year, I'm going to be able to get some things and be able to kind of keep my prices down a little bit. Like, it's how I'm able to get some things for your kits and clubs and stuff. Otherwise, and I don't know what's going to happen after those go away. We'll all get rewarded. So that'll be cool. But not in the, I'm a big shopper. I place big giant orders and get 16% rewards. And I won't be doing that anymore. We're all going to be getting 10, which is good. Hey, we'll take it. We're not going to complain. We're going to just take it. We can't do anything about it, but I'm just going to maybe have to raise my prices or cut back on the things I'm doing and do more digital things. It's just the reality of the situation. All right, so you see them? Okay, let's make sure I got all the little beans that were laying around. Now, this looked like a little ear to me or a raindrop, and I thought, I'm saving the inside of the cups. Where am I saving them? In my bucket of crafty goodness. What's a bucket of crafty goodness, you ask? It's just where you keep all your extra stuff. Extra cups you cut out, extra beans you cut out from the DSP, extra little, things, scallop, circle. I'm just keeping them in there, my extra beans and things. So, these are cute. We'll use these in one of our projects. We got to use the small coffee cup. Aren't these cute? Just cut out right of the paper. Cut out right from the paper. All right, so that was the dark pecan pie. So I'm going to take my spoon, right? Put that in my bucket over there, my extra beans. Just make sure I have enough. I should have more than enough beans. I got 2 loose beans and the rest of the beans. Now I could put the cup over there. All right, so now we're going to take the bronze. And it's not going to look like much, but you're going to see that oops, it's that, okay, the vellum's working. My vellum's working. It keeps things from flying or from the glare. And it also keeps things from flying off the mat. So it's not, you can't really tell much, but see here, let me just show you on that one. See, there's a duotone on each bean. Little things like that, Oh, I must have done something else. You know what? I did. I think I didn't like the crumb cake, so I ended up using, here. I think I ended up using the pecan pie. Let's see. I think I'm going to do something else to the cup in a little bit, but let's not digress. We're coloring the coffee beans. I'm like, squirrel. Get distracted, because I think I did do the crumb cake, which is fine, but then I think I went over it with a little blending brush or something, or a little pecan pie. Okay, so those are the beans that are done. Whatever ones I don't use now, I'll just use for bingo. I'm just making a few extra because, don't know. When you do your design, I kind of like using odd numbers of embellishments. I just consider this like one, even though there's 4 beans, that's an even number. I just consider the 4 beans one embellishment. So you see, I used an odd number. I used 5 of the beans and 3 of the little swirl dots, because that's an odd number of each. This would be a good thing to do while you're watching TV, if you're like me, listening to TV sometimes. And then I also watch it a little bit, but this is good to, coloring's relaxing. You can get all your jobs done. All right, so my beans are done, and now that's my bronze. We're going to be done with the bronze. I'm thinking I used the light pecan pie. So that's what I think I did. I'm just going to try it and see if that's what I used, because it looks, I'm looking at the color over there, and I can tell I didn't use crumb cake. Okay, so I think I used pecan pie. And then what I did is I used the little swirl. Let me see if I get the pecan pie ink. I already put that away. Okay, pecan pie. Need a little stamping block. So we're going to put this little swirl on there. We're going to just go like that. Tap, tap, tap. Always stamp onto a piece of paper first, just so you can figure out what you're doing. And then I put the little swirl in the cup. Okay, and then what I did is I just went over it with the marker. Because I originally had it crumb cake and then I made it darker. But you still got the little swirl in there. And that's how I decided to do it. There's no right or wrong way. I mean, that's just how I decided to do it. And to make it a lighter, what I did is, this is another trick for you. I'm all about tips and tricks. You could either get like a petal pink and sort of color, like some kind of lighter color to pull up the color, or you can use what's called a color lifter. So at the end, I was like, oh, that's kind of too dark, isn't it? So then I went like this, and I kind of went over my swirls and sort of just kind of, and you're like, oh, well, that doesn't see much, but it's a lifter. So the colors are just going to start to disappear, and they come out more like that using the color lifter. And it looks more like coffee to me. I should know. I sure drink enough coffee. Okay, then we're going to get this guy. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. Hey, you're welcome. Okay, so Tracy likes the detail. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for liking the details. It's all in the details. Okay, we're going to cut out. This is the heartfelt hexagon punch. We're going to punch out the shape we need. That's available at my store right now. The heartfelt hexagon punch. Get it while you can. Well, I mean, no, that one's not retiring, but still get it anyway. All right, so this one we're going to use Calypso Coral, Crumb Cake, and Lemon Lolly, and black. Okay, so let's first use, this is always the path I follow. This isn't sometimes, this is always. Oh, this poor little guy didn't get colored. He got it. He needs to be bronzed. Poor little guy got neglected. Okay, you're good. I didn't forget about you. Every bean counts. Okay, anyway, I'm opening up the Lemon Lolly. And we're going to put a little bit on a stamping block here. I thought I had some smaller stamping blocks. Let's put it on that one. Okay, so I'm going to I put a little bit of ink on my stamping block instead of dipping straight to the ink, right? And then, just tap a little bit off, and you're going to now ink up the edges. So tap, tap, tap. And all I'm doing is using this to get the blob. There's always an initial blob when you're blending, and you want to get the blob to go onto the mat. Okay. Oh, that looks good. All right. So Lemon Lolly, because it's one of the coordinating colors. So that's done. Now we need Calypso Coral. So we just used that little swirl, and we have to get rid of the ink on the swirl. Okay, just come on, come off. All right. I'm just trying to get, okay, then you want to get the Calypso Coral to be like right here. This little swirl. Okay? Now I really should wash that. At this point, I'm just going to use the baby wipe. All right, that's good. Now we're going to use the crumb cake for the next swirl. I figured I did the Calypso Coral first as the swirl before the crumb cake, because that way I usually do the lighter one first and then the darker, but this one I'm going to just make sure there's room for it. Okay, so that's kind of what I came up with. I think I might have, oops, I probably should have done it like that. The swirl should be going the same direction, but you know what? It's okay. Like, you see how I had them go in the same direction? Which is fine. I'm not changing it. I actually kind of like it either way. And now we need, hello there, let's catch up. We need that in sentiment. That's right here. Stamps get stained a little bit when you use them. It's no big deal. Especially if you use like a sort of reddish color on them. Okay, stick your stamp onto a block. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, that's good. And now make sure it's on a flat surface when you stamp. I don't even know if I'm stamping crooked. I can't really tell from, I'm kind of looking through the camera. Hopefully not stamping crooked. Ooh, that came out so nice. All right, that came out nice. All right, so that's that. And then we got, hello there, let's catch up. All right, I think we're ready. We're ready for the little assembly process here. Let's look at this one and get some, and we need our Wink of Stella. We got to color everything. But just watch how I assemble. I'm just going to talk through it. I'm not measuring the ribbon, so just, you know, figure it out, how much ribbon you need, and use these little dots to have the angles of your ribbon. Like, the dots are perfect. By the way, this you got to get this week when it comes back in stock, or next week, or whenever it does. It's so awesome. Here, it's called Natural, I don't know, Polka Dot Trim, Natural Polka Dot Trim. I've been using this for so many cards. This stuff is so fun to use. Anyway, put a big piece of adhesive across the middle of your card and plunk down your ribbon. I mean, that's it. I'm just kind of making it go over, like overlap, you know, this little middle section. All right, that's good. Part one. Part two, or not part two, but we want to do part two is like this. We want to put that there, but you want to lay everything out first. So you kind of go like that. I wanted the cup to kind of overlap the hello there. You never want to put dimensionals on the actual ribbon because they won't stick. So you want to put the dimensionals, which I just had out. You want to put them like right above it. So you kind of lay everything out, and that's how you know where to put things. I wanted to use my black ones and use them up. Here they are. Because I wanted to use up this pack because I was using, as you can see, I've already used like all around the edges. When you have big pieces, you can use, you can use the edges to get the big pieces. So I don't want to put, I want to put that like there, see? Because I don't want to put anything touching that ribbon because it doesn't stick to the ribbon. And then we'll put a bunch, you need to put a bunch up top. Not a bunch, like, 3 or 4. And that's how that goes. We're going to stick that right there. All right. See how I want a little bit of this, gingham paper to show on the side. That's how I did it. And then I had this kind of overlapping like that with the little ribbon showing on that side. Oh, there's already some cut. So we're going to flip that around and we're going to put that, let's see, right there. See? That way, again, it's not touching. First of all, you don't just want to not touch it because of the fact that it doesn't stick to like this little burlap very well, these dimensionals. The other reason you don't want to do that is because this is already raised up high, and now this will be like more at the right level when you put that like so. And then now it's a matter of anything goes, right? So now we can put we could put the spoon there. I would put the spoon next because it's, it needs to be the next focal point. And then after the spoon, now you were given big dimensionals. Some of you at the end, I ran out of the big dimensionals. I really need to go shopping again. But I ran out, so I gave some of you mini dimensionals. But everybody has the equivalent of everything in your kit. None of your kits are missing things. They're just replaced. I mean, you might not have enough of something, but you have something else in its place. And in many cases, even better. Better stuff. Put some beans up there. Like if I didn't have enough of this paper, and I might have given you 6 sheets of this, and then I might have given you like flowering zinnias because it's an equivalent product, because it's also an online exclusive product, and it's also current, and it's really cool paper or something like that I did. So I'm just putting a bunch of beans around. And each time I'm sort of flipping the beans. We'll put the one lone bean down there like I did before. And we'll put another bean up there, the lone bean. Oh, but I got lots of extra fun things to put in my little bucket of crafty goodness. I'm going to write down the ink colors for you. And I'm going to do the Wink of Stella. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to do the Wink of Stella first. This is what's coming up. I'm going to do the Wink of Stella, which is a glitter pen. I mean, just use it. Put it on everything. It's awesome. Then I'm going to write down the ink colors. So you can have you can take your screenshot if you'll have your like tutorial all done for you. And then I'm going to say hello. And then I'm going to show you my bingo cards, the other cards we made in the series, and 4 of my swap cards. So you're about to see about 10, I don't know, maybe 10 different latte cards examples. So if you like this bundle, you should be inspired by all the different cards and styles. And this came back in stock too. The Wink of Stella was out of stock for months. So it's back in stock right now. Another reason to shop. Reason 101. Reasons to shop. All right. Did I miss anything? Oh, yeah, I did. I missed the little thingy, the little gems. I didn't miss anything there, but the little swirl dots. We got to add a few little swirl dots. These are pretty awesome. Awesome sauce. I hoarded these during the pre-order, so you were able to get them in your kit, in your kits. I just gave you a row. All right, where did I put? I put one over here. I'm just tucking that little, sometimes the little dot underneath sticks out. Okay, I'm going to tuck it under there. Get under there. Okay, and where did I put the third one? I'm just using all 3 of the styles over there. And all that fun stuff. And now you have like a really like thoughtful card to give to someone. And you could put something on the inside as well. Let's see. You could put down, okay, you could put hello there, let's catch up. And then in the inside, you could put you're the best part of my day. Or hello there, let's catch up. This one's on me. And you could put some more these little things for effect inside your card. So that's what you do. All right. Let's write down the ink colors. Let's get some room. I got so much under here. All right. We have, okay, we'll put that there, and we'll put this one there. We'll put, wait, hopefully, here, you know what? I'll just do that. And then I'm going to write Lost Lagoon again. Okay, so that way you can see everything in the one screenshot. And there's my website. All right, so, oh, you still can't really see it in the screenshot. I got to push my whole setup like that. All right, good, good, good. I'm just looking through the camera and seeing what you see. So we'll put the ink over this side so you can see it all in one shot. Can we see it? Yes? Okay. Ink. Memento Black. In order of appearance, remember we used Memento Black on the cup and we used it on the hello there, let's catch up. Now, then we used the blends. I'm just seeing if we used any other ink. Yes, we used, I'll just do the ink colors first. So we used Lemon Lolly, and we used Calypso Coral. These, and why? Because these are all coordinating colors. We went over the coordinating colors of this whole project paper at the beginning. And crumb cakes, because it's a neutral and it goes with, of course it goes with coffee. I mean, of course crumb cake goes with coffee. Okay, so that's the ink, and then this is the blends. All right, blends. I guess we'll put an extra line there if we're doing lines. All right, this is blends. We have Lemon Lolly and Lost Lagoon. Oh, and crumb cake. No, we did pecan pie. Okay, well, we did. Here, I'm going to move this up a bit. We did pecan pie and bronze. Bronze does not come in light and dark. Pecan pie, I'm trying to think, did we use the, yeah, we did. We used the light and dark. Lost Lagoon, we used the light and dark. Lemon Lolly, we used the light and dark blends. Bronze only comes in bronze. And there's one other color. The crumb cake. We just used the light. Crumb cake blends. Now, don't worry if you don't have all this stuff. Just use what you have. Right? Like use the materials you have and make some cards. Have some fun. Make some projects. There's everything. Take your screenshot while I say hello. And then we're going to show you the rest of the cards. And then at some point I'll be in the VIP group, my VIP Facebook group this week, showing how to make, the measurements for the bingo cards so you can get ready for Friday night's bingo. Hello, Kelly. Nice to see you. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Phil and T from Texas and Christina and Yvette and Caroline. And thank you, Caroline and Christina, for being channel supporters, YouTube channel members. Awesome. All right. Janice Larson says she got her kit and loves her bag. This bag came in this month's kit. So that's pretty awesome. Hello, Kathy. Nice to see you. All right. T got the whole suite. I'm glad you got the whole suite, T, when it was available. And Kathy, I'm glad you got your Card on Blue card club kit. We're going to do that this week as well. We're going to do the Card on Blue cards with the pets and more. Thank you, Kathy. Hello, Kathy. And nice. I'm glad you liked the bag. And Carolyn likes her bag and the Snicker bars, and she's thanking my mom. Hello, Jeanne. I sent your stuff too. I hope you get it. Yvette, thank you. Oh, she also was greedy with the Snickers. I tried to put 2 Snickers if you got the kit, because I put 1 in the survival kit. So if you missed my tutorial, I showed you how to make these on the scan and cut, you guys. And everybody that got my latte kit got a survival kit. And if they didn't request a catalog, I just sent the survival kit anyway, even without the catalog. These are our 5 new ink colors. So I showed how to make these using your brother's scan and cut. I also showed how to make Hershey Nuggets with the ink colors. These are the ink colors with the scan and cut. So if you missed the scan and cut tutorials recently, so that's what she's talking about. So you guys got 2 Snickers. You got the Snickers in here, and then you got the Snickers in your little latte tote. So you got 2 Snickers. Sam's Club loves me. I bought so many Snickers. So yeah, I'm glad you like those. And Linda, thank you for being a channel supporter from Stamp Cut and Create. Oh yes, you're going to get to see how I use the embossing folder. And you're talking about this one. And the embossing folder is something, I guess I was, So Swirly. I couldn't think of it. So Swirly. It's a new embossing folder that you can only get as a demonstrator right now. So Yvette, get the embossing folder. And I'll show you how I use the embossing folder. And Kathy says her table gets messed up like that too. Oh, yes. I'm glad Caroline also saw Schoolhouse Rock. Both Carolines. Hello, Carolyn Watson. Hello, Laurie Ann Steiner. Hello, Betty Zechariah and Becky from Kentucky and Elaine. Kathy likes your cow apron that you got from my mom, Betty. All right. Thank you, Christina, for the shout out about the kits. Now she has, now Kathy's singing about the Schoolhouse Rock when she sees the color Lemon Lolly too. Do you have to get the bingo kit to participate in bingo? Yes, unless you're one of my VIPs and just like in my team and just want to like come along. Like I had a couple people come along to bingo, like because they're from another country. I mean, if you really just want to, you can't play and win, obviously, if you don't get the bingo kit, right? But a couple times, like my crafty friends from my VIP group are in other countries and they wanted to come to the Zoom because they're not allowed to come. They're not allowed to buy the kit. But I typically want people to buy the kit because it's like like bingo, it's one of those things. Okay, I'm going to take this off. It's not like I make any money from bingo. I give like epic prizes away. It's more of like a gathering, but I still have to try to break even. So if I just like let everybody come along that's not on my team, then it would be like, why would anybody sign up for bingo, right? Like, well, of course you have to sign up to win the prizes. So, I mean, yes and no. Like, I'm not going to really kick anyone out because, like, I put the Zoom in my VIP group. Like, anybody can click on it and come. So, like, join my VIP group is the first step. You know, hello, Brooke from Plant City. And hello, the Moody Crafter. That's funny. Oh, because your name's Moody. I'm like, the Moody Crafter, that cracks me up. Like we're all Moody sometimes. No, but you mean your actual name is Moody. So that's a good name for your business. All right, so we're good. And Lynn McFarden's here. Thank you, Lynn, for reminding people to put the thumbs up. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Lori from Ohio. And thank you. Debbie said she likes the color combination. Oh, yes, blends are going up too. Thank you, Kathy, for like letting me know that I was right about the blends going up. So, you know, if you're trying to stock up on your items, get them now. So today we made this card, and it's called the Hello There, Let's Catch Up. And then last time we made these note cards. Thank you, Elaine. She said it's very sweet. Hello, Robbie. Landon, nice to see you. Melody Israel. So last time I showed you how to use the craft note cards and envelopes. These are on sale for 10% off right now, and they are retiring. So I did order some, but the last couple people that got my kit, I just didn't have any. So you guys got the white note card. Again, I gave you something equivalent. So some of you might have a white note card and envelope. If you still want this, drop me a line and I can send you this one. I can send you this later, but these are so cool. They're so heavy duty. So that's what we made. We used the Lost Lagoon and I decorated the envelopes. I just love these note cards and envelopes. All right, so that's what we made. Let's see what else we made. And then we made this one. Thanks so much. So pretty much this is all the sentiments, right? Thanks so much. That's with our little, yep. That's all the sentiments in the set. We've already used all the sentiments. There's still more. I have a shaker project for you. And we're going to still use the little craft from the paper that's shaped like a little craft. And what else? We still have to do something with this one and this little splotch. So I'll probably do something maybe artistic, or maybe we'll do baby wipe technique. I don't know yet because I'm one of those people that like, I have to get my creative juices flowing and then I just decide what I'm making. So that's what we made in this series so far. And now for those of you coming to Bingo Friday night, this is what we're making. You can see how I've really simplified this kind of card here to be able to do it in way less time. It has less layers, but it's a very similar concept and different color combination. I wanted to really feature this lemon lolly paper, this lemon lolly cardstock. So that's what we're doing for this card. And then this card is, I wanted to feature this really cool background paper. Look at this really cool little cups in the background. And then I've been inking up with lemon lolly a lot on this. And I also wanted to feature a card using both the ribbons I sent you. So I sent you the black and white gingham ribbon, you know, and I don't have much of that left. Got to order that. And then I sent you this little natural tone ribbon, and I wanted to match the spoons like I did here. Originally, I had this Lost Lagoon spoon on this card. I had to rip it off and put it with that because I just thought the matching spoons were cool. Do you guys like matching spoons or not matching spoons? This one would have been good with the lemon, but then this little Lost Lagoon spoon was out of place. And then I popped up this whole guy with dimensionals. This is actually cut out of the DSP. And then the third card, I know you've been wanting to see the swirly. I sent everybody the pieces for this card using, I embossed them using this folder for you because it came in just on time. And I got to show you here. Let's see. Matching. Okay, you like the matching spoons? The matching spoon and the cup matching? Okay, look at this. This is, can you see this so swirly? I hope you can see it. So this embossing folder is a must if you're getting the suite. Again, you can only get it as a demonstrator now, but it'll be available in the new catalog March 1st. That's so swirly. That doesn't mean all this other stuff will still be around. So if you want to get it all as a suite, get them while you can. Like, even though you can get this and the dies and the paper right now, and even though you can't get this, by the time you can get that, you might not be able to get the gems or the swirl dots or the ribbon. So you want to get things while you can get them. Now this one, I don't even know if they make Calypso Coral blends anymore, but what I was thinking I'll teach you guys at Bingo is, if you don't have Calypso Coral light and dark blends, which is what I used here, Calypso Coral, and I use some Petal Pink, is you can use what's called a blender pen. Oh, that's where I used the crumb cake. I'm just talking to myself. What happened is, I was thinking I used crumb cake. I was like, I could have sworn I used crumb cake in this cup. And I was like, why is that cup so dark? It's because I used the crumb cake in this cup for this one. It's like a little foamy cup. I was going for like a lighter look for this cup because of the kind of paper it was on. And again, I used the 2 ribbons. Now, we didn't use any dots in Bingo. We didn't use any of the swirly dots because I didn't send you any. But I did send you this piece of gold paper. So anyway, I'll get on and give you all the measurements for your cards to prepare all the pieces you need for the event. Now let me show you. These are all the cards I made, and now I'll show you. And again, I have a certain style, and everybody else does too, and all that. But there's other people's styles are different than mine, and you can still get inspired by watching what other people do. Boy, I got stuff everywhere. I was going to town here. I got spoons. This is the front of the coffee cup, by the way. Oh yeah, this was my attempt at You're the Best Part of My Day when I made it a different color. Let me put that over here. So these are swap cards. I'm going to show you 5 more designs that are not my style. I mean, they're cool. They're awesome, but they're just not. I wouldn't have made them this way, which is why I show them to you, because swaps are, they are like very, so it says, what's new? This is another stamp set. What's new? Hey there, what's new? But this is this one with the cup, and I love the splashes and the splotches, and I love that. It's awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay, there's no name on that one. I'm going to show you the first 2 that are made by someone else. These 3 are all made by Cynthia Pimley, one of my team members. And this one is one of my sidelines. She's called a sideline. This is a Stampin', a card from Stamp with Anita, a Petal Pink card. And it's a kind of a fun fold because it has this front that goes like this. Okay, matching. You guys like the matching spoons. I'm glad I switched spoons. It wasn't hard. It wasn't easy getting these off without ripping my whole card. I can tell you that, because I had already put the dimensionals on them, but I'm glad you like the matching spoons. And I like the little twine on here. I forget what that's from, but maybe it's from the Lighter Than Air suite. Maybe that's where the twine came from. So I really like how Stamp with Anita, this was a swap card from Houston. And then these 3 were from Houston as well. We're going to do something like this, guys. This is so cool. Check this out. It's called partial die cutting technique. So we're going to make little cups like that. And there's a good use of that die. Okay, so there's a good use of the die because of the way it goes when you have a different color. I really like how this stamp is used within the die. So there's a use for that. And then she stamped it in, or she cut this out in Pool Party. Okay, and then she used Notes of Nature. So this is Cindy Pimley, and I like how she used the cups over here. Nothing on the inside, it's Calypso Coral. But the little cups and the little beans that she cut out of the paper, super, super cute. So she said she likes to take notes while she's drinking coffee, so that's where she came up with the inspiration. This one is oh no, they're stuck together. Okay, this one is a gift card holder. Cinder's Mountain Coffee is just a made-up name that she came up with, like for the company, like a gift card from Cinder's Mountain Coffee. So isn't that cool? So that's a good gift card holder. And the little spout, you're supposed to show the little spout on your vellum, unlike in my cards. See, the little spout is from the, but we're not gonna, it's not a carafe, it is a, oh gosh, it's French press. It's the French press is the word I'm looking for. So there's a little coffee there in the French press, and I love all the use of all the stylish shapes dies, and the use of the textured embossing folder, and the use of the DSP, and the whole thing. And then look at this gold foiling as well. Her cards are so inspirational. So this is really fun. So I hope you now. So that's 5 designs, and then we got our 3 bingo designs. So it's 8, 9, and then we did this one. 10, 11, but then of course there's even variations of these. So now I hope you're inspired, and we're going to keep on going this month with the latte. Do our shaker project, do our 3D project, and do something with the partial die cutting. All right, well, thank you for watching. This is the Papered Chef. If you want to request a catalog, go to my site or go to the link in the description, request a catalog, and you'll get one of those. Well, you'll get some surprise. I'm not going to tell you all the surprises you get. If you get a mystery surprise, you never know what it's going to be because it's different every time. But it never disappoints. So there. So I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I appreciate you watching and sticking around to the very end. I mean, there's still 31 of you that stuck around to the very end with 29 likes. 32 of you, which makes me very happy. Because this was extra long because it was a lot of steps in this card. But there wasn't hard steps. It's all steps that you can totally do. All right, bye for now. This is the Papered Chef.